Today we're going to bring into light some of the job duties of being an RV host. Being an RV host is more than just a job. It is an adventure. And if you're one of these that sold everything you've got, bought the RV, now you're traveling looking for jobs or thinking about it, we want to invite you to come go with us as we share our adventures in RV life. So we're going to talk about a few things today. There's been a lot of you ask, how did y'all get this job? How did you end up here? And Kim and I talked about it a lot, and we thought we would share some of the things with you that came to be for us.
Last season, I had the privilege of being the event coordinator for Tulipalooza, which is an event that goes on in Waxahachie. And through that, I met the Tominga family, and during that time, I lost my job, and they had an opening at the RV resort and offered it to me, and boom, here I am. And Wade made a career change as well and joined me, which we do real well working together.
We do. We worked together for like 25 years, a lot, and done a lot of things together. And a lot of people are like, I don't know how y'all do that, but we've been doing it so long, I don't know how we could work apart, to be honest with you.
It's very natural. I like it.
I remember being a boy and thinking how old it seemed when people were 60 years old. And then I remember being in my 20s and 30s and 40s, thinking I've still got plenty of time. And now here it is, right before my eyes. In just a few days, I will be 60 years old. Another thing I remember is my grandparents and some of our senior citizens tell me how fast time flies by. Yeah, I would think. And then I remember seeing 60-year-old people thinking their life is over. You know, they're bound for the wheelchair, they're bound for bed, they can't do anything anymore. And here I am, 60 years old, and that could not be further from the truth. 60 years old is where I plan to start living. And even though it's certainly true I can't do the things I used to be able to do, physically or mentally, and the memories, certainly not what it used to be, but I can still do things. And so we make adjustments as we go. I ditched a career that required my service pretty much 24/7, and it got me a job where I can work, be happy with that, go home, and have a life. And I wouldn't change that for anything at this point. When I was in my 40s, I remember kind of having a meltdown and thinking life was over, and I had a lot of memories and a lot of regrets. I hadn't done this, I hadn't done that. Little did I know, that's really where life began. I began to plan things and do things and prepare for the life to come. We're trucking along, living life, living the American dream. And then age came into play. I began to realize that I couldn't do the things that I used to be able to do. So we paid off all of our debt. Then we sold most everything we had. We bought an RV, and we began to adventure life, real life.
That would have been good.
So we got all the dog stations done, and I would estimate that we throw away 30 to 50 pounds of dog poop each week. And there's a lot more that turn their dog loose and let him go out into places. But big thank you to those of you that are honest and do what you're supposed to do. We really appreciate that, and as any RV resort host would.
This is the fun part about our job. Picking up other people's trash. But the way I look at it is it gets me out of the office. So it's a good thing. Yes, sir, it sure is. I'm good. How are you doing?
Kim, the multitasker.
It sure is a nice day.
Good day to be kayaking. So, for my birthday, our good friend Hannah, who sent Kim a card on her birthday and a nice little surprise inside. Kim won a little money with that. Gave us a nice little card here. Yeah, I got one too. I don't know anything about these things, but we don't ever play. But if somebody else buys us one, we're good with that. Thank you, Hannah. And we're going to see if we win anything today. Doesn't appear that I won anything. Aww. Nevertheless, Hannah, very thankful. A very thoughtful idea, and I do appreciate it. Yeah. Did I mention in a previous video there's always something to do? RV life is like camping out every single night.
The night that I really didn't want to cook. Kept coming up with ideas, didn't have the ingredients, so of all nights I have the ingredients for Alfredo. Go figure. So we're gonna have chicken Alfredo instead of spaghetti noodles or whatever. We're gonna have elbow macaroni.